We can start now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hello everyone. So, thanks for joining in. So, today we are going to discuss about the Devnet certifications. So, why you need to take and a topic called data formats. So, that would be the today's agenda. So, before going into the slides, I want you guys to do one thing. So, I want to know about this. Like, go to open your browser or any new tab, or you can even join from your mobile. Go to slido.com and enter this code 448977, and then it will ask for a passcode. So then enter MNRHFB. So please answer this question. What is your level of understanding regarding DevNet? So there are three options. I'm fully aware about DevNet certifications, but I'm confused how to start. Or I don't know anything about DevNet certification and syllabus, but then I'm already DevNet certified. Please answer this question. So I want to know where my audience stands. So that's why I'm taking this poll. So either you can go to Slido and enter the passcode, or directly you can scan this QR code. So anything is done. So I'll wait for 2 minutes for this. So whoever are in, please go to slido.com and yeah, follow the procedures. First enter 448977, then the passcode. So immediately the results will appear here. So so we have received one response. Yeah, please. It's a simple process. Just go to slido.com and it will ask for a code. Type 448977, then passcode. It will ask for passcode. Type MNRHFB. So we have received 3 responses till now. Okay, few of them have given multiple things. Okay, 4 response. Who is the one who is already DevNet certified here? Can I know? You can unmute yourself and talk. I'm just curious who is already DevNet certified. So he already knows the value of this certification. So that's why I'm asking. Okay, now it's 0. So I think it might be by mistake. Okay, let's freeze our answers here. So most of them are saying that I don't know anything about DevNet certification and its syllabus. And few of them nearly 50-50, we can call like that. So 7 response. So I'm fully aware about DevNet certification, but don't know how to start. Cool. So thanks for the response, guys. Okay, they are leveling it up. Okay, cool. So let's go to our topic today. So in case if you have any doubts when I'm teaching this lecture, you can go, so there you can find an option called Q&A. You can type all your questions there. So at the end of the session, so all the questions, I will be answering all the questions. So if you have any of the questions, if you want to interrupt me, you can interrupt me. But in case if you don't want to disturb the session, you can always type the questions whatever you have in the Q&A panel. So at the end, we'll definitely look into each and every question and answer that. So yeah. So let's go into our session today. So how to be a programmable network engineer in the programmable age. So today I like to talk about how the network engineers are in the programmable age. So this is a basic introduction to our DevNet course. So today we are going to start off with a discussion of how network engineers are in the old age. So we all have came from so here I will be explaining about what is a network engineer in old age, the 4 stages of networking, which I call as 4 ages of networking. So how cloud came into picture and rescued us. and then how network engineer in today's network or today's market is look like, and then we'll go an outline of what we are going to discuss in our course. So this is the basic agenda about what we are going to discuss. So yeah, to get started, let's look back at the network engineers of old age, where we all have came from where our field has came out of how we need to transition. So to do so, I like to introduce a character called, I mean, I want to explain everything in a, what do you say, not like a what you get and all. So I'm just introducing the character called Carl. So let us understand what is this story of this Carl, the guy called Carl. So this guy, he knows everything about the networking skills like spanning tree, routing protocol, QoS, VoIP, everything. He know everything, but he also know a few basic programming skills for TCL, EM, except all these skills. But these skills are very good when the network looks like this. That means a router, a switch, and the end devices. Servers are like the end devices. We can even call the host. So slowly the network was evolving. So there is an advance in our career. I mean, the networking field. So there is a concept of virtual switches. So virtual switches came into picture, and yeah, even then the Carl, this guy, when this concept of virtual switches comes into picture, so he was like, these are like virtual switches. No one keeps important or critical information on these switches. So let the server guys only handle this. Let me focus on this router and switches. But later, again, the concept of blade switches comes into picture. So even then, the Carl, this guy, he was like, okay, even these switches are basically manufactured by servers guys only, like HP and all. So he was like, let me, these also handled by the server guys, let me focus on the same router and switches only. So now again the load balancer comes into picture. So the concept of containers comes into picture. So it's like the network is evolving so much, right? So from the where the router and switches are there and in the today's network, so it has came a long way. So now, so all these are hosted on a physical place, like then the cloud came into picture, and I mean everything was shifted into the cloud. So the same thing was shifted to the cloud. So that way cloud has helped us. So so till this time, so the network engineer mainly focus on so we know about the OSI model, right? So mainly the network engineers of that age, so which we have discussed here, who is this guy Carl. So the network engineer mainly focus on L4, L3, L2. So these are the main layers. I mean, when it comes into a profile of network engineer. So physical engineer is considered as black magic. We don't know what is happening there. So all the electric conductivity, everything. So usually the network engineers, when network engineers comes, it's usually these three layers. But we also don't know, we don't give much priority about these layers also, like the old age networking. This is what I'm focusing on, only an old age networking. So they were like, they were developing the skills regarding to transport layer, network layer, and data link layer, but they don't like they please don't ask me about this. Yeah, here it is, please don't ask me about, because that's not my concern. That's like another set of concern. Network engineer means mainly these three guys. So now let us go back and understand the 4 ages of networking. So the Stone Age, the first age. So where there are only switches, like only LAN things are there connecting. So I want to have a redundancy, but I don't want loop. So we have had a concept of spanning tree and VLAN. So this was at Stone Age. So the second thing, the Bronze Age, this is called as .com age. So where the routing protocols like EIGRP, OSP, or which one I have to choose. So all these discussions had went into this thing. So WAN design such as MPLS, all these things were evolving in this age. So also IP add-on means like the exhaustion of IPv4 addresses, and we were entering into IPv6. So dual stack, like your network needs to have both IPv4 and IPv6. So all these things have happened in bronzes. So then comes the resonances. So here comes the big part of SDN. So what is SDN? SDN is software defined networking. So all the things of controllers, overlays, MPLS. So everything was in this age. So now we are at programmable age. So the present era of networking is called as programmable age. So the cloud, you are already taking, I mean, networking is already offering the few of the cloud like Azure and AWS. So cloud has been came a long way in our networking journey. So along with that, we have few more things which came into this programmable age called Python, REST APIs, few protocols called netconf and ang. So all these schemes came into picture in this programmable age, and now we are here in the programmable age, which we are going to spend some time, the next 8 weeks of our um, life studying about the concepts of these. So this course mainly focus on Python, REST APIs, netconf, so all these things, DevOps and containers. So you might come and ask me, so why there is a quick change in this much of acceleration in networking? So why is networking is so rapidly changing? So the fun is business expectations. So if the business, like uh, how can I say? For suppose if I'm not up to the date of what the customer is asking, simply there will be someone who is with an idea, so he can disrupt us, right? Like for suppose Cisco has acquired SD-WAN. So SD-WAN is not a solution of Cisco. So it was solution of Viptela. But Viptela, these guys, so I don't know whether you know the story of how Viptela a lot. So Viptela is a group of freelancers. So they have come creatively have become a group, and they have come up with an idea called Viptela. So later Cisco has acquired SD-WAN and named it as a Cisco SD-WAN solution. So previously it was Viptela's thing, who were organized by a group of uh, network engineers who are working as freelancers. So anyone who, if you are not up to the date of what network, I mean what the market is demanding, so everyone will take over us. So in order to be in the market, the same applies to us also. So in order to, if you want to have that hike, X% of hike, or if you want to have that X job which you are dreaming about, you need to be up to the date of what the customer is or the present market is demanding. So then the process of achieving your dream or achieving the X% of hike will be very easy for you. So this is why the network has evolved and why you need to study about networking. So now you, as I told you, you will be in angry. So this call basically is us. That means, so we. So when I told about all this, you might be feeling frustrated, right? So why again I have to sit and learn all these things? So am I sort of special? What do you say? Sort of uh, why the disappointment, like why it is happening, but you need to learn that. So that's the thing. So so by the end of these things, when you are in anger, right? So like why all these changes are happening, why I have to sit and study. So by end of this session, you will come to a stage called acceptance. Like you will start accepting um, about the value of these certifications and what you will get. So this is the one. So now today, let us discuss about today's engineer. So we have what we have to discuss till now. So we went to the old age thing. We have seen all the ages, bronze age, everything, stone age, resonance age, today's programmers. And now let us spend some time. So how you can train yourself in order to be cope up with the present trend. So phase one, so this is like an outline of our course only. So in phase one, we'll, as part of Devnet, we'll go and study Python, REST API, JSON, and XML, and GitHub. So phase one will be this, and the phase two will be, we will be developing a few set of Linux skills which we require for networking. It's not like in depth, which we require. So Python is also, it's not like pure programming. We're not going to pure programming. It's like whatever is required for our automation, we'll study that much. Definitely, we'll study that much, and we'll go forward with that. So I'll introduce the concept of REST API. So everything is in detail discussed later. So this is like how this guy called Carl has evolved from a guy who don't know anything about programming to a guy who knows about all the automation skills. So next, by the end of this course, by end of this, assume this guy is you. So you will have a core programming skills with Python, REST APIs, JSON, and Ansible. So these are the main questions asked by me. To me by other folks who has joined the previous session. So these will be the skill set which you will hold by end of this course. So yeah, so this is like a guy in the Stone Age, and this is a guy who is in the modern age, so that we can think. So let me go ahead and introduce you the course content, how I will be going. So how to be a network engineer. So already we have discussed, that is a one. So next, the four programming fundamentals. Then comes the network device APIs. So I don't want to read the slide. I just will go to the next slide. So the first thing is programming fundamentals. So in this part we have already discussed now. So now what I'm going to cover under programming fundamentals. So programming fundamentals, I'm going to cover these things. So today I will be going through this topic called JSON, XML, and YAML. So this part will be done by today. The end of the session. So I'll introduce to the concept of APIs. What are APIs? Application programming interface. What are they? What are the REST APIs? Why they are important? What are they exactly doing? Everything in depth will go. So it's not like I'll just introduce you and everything will going to do a practical everything. So you will get a hands-on and everything. It's not like I'll say you something and you take something, and it's not like it's, here we are here to learn, and we learn in depth. Whatever the doubts we have, we'll discuss. I will help you. Even though it takes time, it's like I'll help you. So that's the thing. So if another thing which I have got in my previous session of Devnet is I don't know anything about programming. Will you introduce me to the programming? Yes, I'll introduce you to the programming, but whatever is required for the course. It's not like I'll go in depth in the Python. It's not like I'll help you to ace the objects of L, but whatever is required for the course, I'll definitely cover that in the course. While going through the course, I'll definitely cover. So this is the programming fundamentals, what I'm going to cover under programming fundamentals. So then called device API. So now in the present scenarios, we'll use SNMP for getting the monitoring the data, right? So it's the same way how to use the present things called netconf and respond, these protocols, leverage these protocols in order to do the stuff which we are doing with the help of SNMP. So that's the thing. So Cisco has introduced a few programming concepts called NX API. They have integrated this NX API into the hardware, NX API hardware, because like they know that programmability is going to be the rule for the next 5 to 6 years. So they have not to be in the market. They have to prepare for what market is demanding. So they have integrated with these solutions. And then coming to the next module, like network controller. So all the SDN solutions, that means software device solutions, DNAC, SD-WAN, ACI, we'll study. I will introduce to these concepts. So we'll study what actually the DLAN is. How can you interact with the DNA and everything, DNAC, everything using APIs. So that's where I'll introduce you to the programming controllers, and then we'll sit and study about the Linux. So Linux, actually this comes upfront. So Linux also is covered according, with the Python also. So that's the course module. So at the end, we'll explore some of the configuration tools like Ansible. So I'll introduce to you guys to those tools. So summing up what we have discussed till now. So we have went back to the history of where the networking started, how the networking guy in the old age looked like, how the stages of networking evolved, and now what is the networking. So that is the thing. So yeah, hi sir, we have few questions here. Hi sir, which course is the best to be a network engineer? Sir Aslam. So what you see, it's like a generic thing which you have asked. So everything is important. It's not like one is superior than other, one is less than other. You want to know, see, the best answer which I can give you is, what are you doing right now in your corporate network? Are you going to be, are you handling a data center? Are you handling a service provider? Or your company's, what is your company vision? Your company wanted to shift to cloud, then go to cloud. I mean, cloud would be a better thing because you want to, your company is going that way. So that would be ideal course for you. So otherwise, for DevNet, automation. So here everything is like, now to do your day-to-day work. So you need to have, sir, now I am a student. So then, okay, Aslar, so you are a student. You can unmute yourself if you are in the, you can unmute and talk. It's not like only this is a way to interact. Are you there, Azrar Aslam? You can unmute yourself. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, please.
What's up?
You are asking a question, right? Can you please elaborate it? Because it's like, see, the basic, are you familiar with the basics, like the CCNA thing? So without the CCNA is the first step in the networking, because as you told, you are still a student. So
Yes, I also chose the CCNA.
so CCNA, that would be the first step. So then all these things comes into picture. Without the programming or core knowledge, you cannot leverage the value of these certifications. So the first step is CCNA, get comfortable with CCNA, and then you can discuss about what all these things. So
Okay,
I mean,
sir.
Devnet and everything. So Devnet is, I mean, the one thing which I can say you is Devnet is going to be the future. So all these, see, you know, I mean, I don't know whether you know about this or not. You know about SD-WAN or not? SD-WAN, all these technologies are built with the core programming skills of this DevNet. See, now SD-WAN is separately a technology now. That is the, what is the foundation of the SD-WAN is the programming. How can you do the manual task of a network engineer into an automated way? That is the solution called as SD-WAN. So that what were the core programming skills, what you need to do are design such technologies is DevNet. You will learn all the technologies which are which you need to create such solutions is DevNet. Yeah. The next question is, I want to know OSI layer and also want to know important protocol which is mostly used in networking. Dude, this is not CCNA, dude. I mean,
Hello.
yeah, who is this?
Yeah, this is Abhishek.
Yeah, Abhishek. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, so I wanted to know, like, this is a CCNP, right? Not CCNA DevNet, correct?
CCNA plus CCNP.
Okay. No, but the syllabus you explained is for CCNA, correct?
Yeah, for just as a starting, I have explained for CCNA. The last session I have explained. Did you join the last session?
Yeah, I joined.
So first the CCNA is going to start. So that's why I have covered that.
Okay, and what is the duration of this? For weekend?
Weekend, yeah, that's the next question which I'm going to ask. The timings. You are asking about the timings, right?
Yeah, timing and duration, like 1
Duration
month,
will
2
be
months.
8 weeks. So
Okay.
timings, I'm again creating a poll for you guys. You only answer 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Please answer. Go to your Slido again. So there you will see, find this thing. Please answer. According to the number of votes, we'll decide. So
Okay.
anything is okay. So we have 2 slots. Whatever works for you, we'll go with that. Whatever works for the most of the people. We can't because satisfy everyone, right?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi, who is this? Ajay, I think.
This is Ajay.
Yeah, hi Ajay, good evening.
So, yeah, good evening. So, is this can we have a knowledge of CCNA to do this course?
You need to have, again, I will be going to discuss whatever is required, but
Yeah.
CCNA is required in order to appreciate the value of this certification. It's not like you directly want, if you directly jump into Devnet, then you will be like lost. So the value of CCNA, I mean, the knowledge of CCNA is highly appreciated to join this course.
Okay, because I have worked on some firewalls and firewalls load balancers.
Yeah, if you are okay with that, I mean, if you are familiar with the basic networking topics, then it's more than enough for this course.
Okay, so then we can join this one.
See, it's not like it's not like straight out of the college. I don't know anything about networking. I'll join this session. Then it won't be the value for you because you don't know. You even though you understand the topics, you don't know. You can't appreciate the value of the certification. So
Yeah, actually, I worked a little bit on firewalls and load balancers, but not more because I just joined the company.
but that would be good. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll
Yeah.
cover the basics. It's not
Yeah.
like I'll directly jump into automation. I'll
Yeah.
cover everything from Python, the Linux.
Yeah, I know Python. I have knowledge on
Yeah,
Python.
then that would be good. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll have a small interaction in our
Yeah,
classes if you
Yeah.
enroll with me.
Yeah. So it would be great if.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Ajay. Still any questions, please? Please unmute or you can. I have.
And Nitish, people are asking whether the lab is there. Yes, guys, we guys are providing a lab also. So if you want, Nitish, you can share the lab which we are going to provide the people who are going to enroll for this.
Yeah. So my question is, like this duration of the course is 2 months, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
8
right.
weeks.
Yeah.
So if I want to let's say practice after 2 months, can I do that or not?
Gaurav, can you please answer this question?
Sorry, what is your question, Abhishek?
Like I will get the access of the lab,
Yeah.
during the course of during this course, right? For
Yeah.
say 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But let's say if I want to practice something, after this course ends, like after 8 weeks. So will I get the access of the lab?
Yeah, you'll
See,
get.
if you are joining CCNA, CCNP, it is going to be for around, I am sure, for 3 to 4 months.
4 months maximum.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So if you see from that perspective, and whenever any student join our courses, we additionally give 1 or 2 months extra. So
Okay.
in short, you are going to have lab access for around 6 months.
Okay. So if you can please, provide some overview about the
Yeah.
lab.
Let me
Yeah.
give you overview. Just hold on. Let me share my screen.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So can you make me host, Nitish?
Actually, I'm not familiar with Zoom. Can you please help me?
No, sir.
Okay, I have
And also one more thing, like I do have good knowledge of networking. Okay. I have more than 15 years of experience, but
Cool.
I don't have any experience in programming. Okay.
Yeah. So
So
as I
what I should
told,
do?
yeah, as I told, I will introduce to Python and Linux. Both are required for this course. I will introduce you up to the level. It's not like I will go in depth with that because that is separately another thing which you want to focus. So I will introduce to up to the percentage of how much is required for this course. I will
Okay.
introduce you definitely. And if you have any doubts, you can always ask me in the course or
Sure.
during the live sessions. So not a problem.
Okay.
It's not like I'll directly jump into programming, start typing the programs. No, it won't be like that. I'll introduce you. If you have any doubts, Okay, you are always, I mean, you can bug me anytime.
Okay, fine.
Still any questions? Yeah, that host thing, how to
Okay, guys, let me share my screen how you are going to do the lab. Okay, so let me know if it's visible to everyone. Yes.
yes. It's
Okay,
visible.
so this is our network automation lab. So you can see here. So this is a complete topology where you are going to learn about some like OSPF, or maybe you can configure these devices on any protocol. And this is the device, because all the automation we are going to do from this Linux machine. Okay, so you are going to run all these devices. And when you click on
So
this,
I'm sorry, whether I will, so as of now, there are, let's say 12 people are there. Okay. So I will get a different session for this lab.
yes, yes, of course.
Okay.
We do not give you like 4-hour session, and you
Mhm.
have only time between 10 to 12. Okay. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So these labs are actually powered by 𝐊𝐬𝐧𝐠𝐬 simulators. Okay. And we have like Dell's PowerEdge servers with very good RAM, almost like 512 GB of RAM. So you do not have to worry about. And if you get any trouble, you can always check the status here. Let me show you here. So you can see right now our memory consumption is only 8% when all the devices are on. Okay, so you can see if you try to run these labs into your laptop, it is going to be the CPU around 90 or maybe more than that. And even you cannot run these devices on your lab because this one device takes around 16 GB RAM. Okay, so this is a iOS XR router which is used by service provider in industry, and this is a QSR router, and this is what we have the Python box here. So you just need to log in here, and after that you are going to do all the automation, all the tools from here only. Okay. And this is another, like if you means right now what is happening, if I want to configure this whole service provider network or maybe any enterprise network, so we have given the example of enterprise also here. So if you want to configure all your company networks, so you are going to automate with some scripts, right? So this is what you learn here. So everything you are going to just simply configure these devices, maybe just IP address, but rest of the configuration after routing you are going to do in this Linux operating system. And this is quite a big lab. We'll try to definitely train like at least, because this is the lab of our another like module, which is a Python enterprise auto. Okay, where people learn CCNP, NRC, and core, and then they move into this module which is enterprise auto. So lab is similar like this, but not exactly like this.
So it has covered this topology covered both DNA and SD-WAN as well.
Yeah, that see if let me tell you. So first we are going to cover the CCNA Devnet, right? So we are going to learn the CCNA Devnet. You are going to learn about what are basic concepts of Python. And don't you worry, guys. Like just to inform you, like we have a separate company which is Coding Kings. Okay. So if you are worried that how I'm going to learn the basic Python programming, so those guys who are going to join us, okay, so we will be offering them some Python module also complimentary from this side. Okay, so this is going to be definitely videos. Okay, and rest this is the content is very good, so you just need to watch for 4 or 5 hours and you will be okay to learn the Python. Okay, so once you learn Python, Nitish, your trainer is also going to help you in learning the basics of Python, but we will not teach the whole Python for 20 hours or 30 hours. We will give you overview of 5 to 10 hours of Python, 5 hours approx, so that you will get basic understanding of Python. Then we will move to the CCNA concept, which is like CCNA Devnet topics. Okay, so this is going to be, So once we learn the Devnet, you are going to learn some topics of Devnet, like what is API. Okay, so like right now, if you connect two routers, okay, so how you connect two routers, guys? If I want to connect the router 1 with maybe router 2, so what is between the routers? Cable, right? The interface, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you are going to learn the network automation, so like you are going to run maybe network devices and with some application. So like routers are going to talk with some application. So how they are going to communicate? They are going to communicate with API. And what is API? The interface of softwares are called API, application programming interface. The interface what we have between routers, like this is the physical interface, and the application have a virtual interface called API, which stand for application programming interface. Okay, so you are going to learn about this APIs and all, and this is what you are going to like you can apply network automation engineer, or maybe you can move into the network DevOps part also, net DevOps. So once you learn the basic CCNA Devnet Associate, okay, because this is a very trending topic right now in the market. Everyone, a lot of guys from US, Canada, they approaching us when you guys are starting Devnet and all. So here we are. So Devnet Associate, once you learn the Devnet Associate thing, so then after that, you are going to learn the CCNP, guys. Okay, so then you are going to learn the Devnet Professional. Okay, so this is like CCNA of Devnet, which is called a Cisco Certified Devnet Associate. After that, you are going to learn the Cisco Certified Devnet Professional. And what is specialist? In CCNP Devnet, we are giving you two modules. The first module we are teaching is a Dev Core. Okay, which is like if you give only this exam, you become Devnet specialist. Okay, and when you give the another module, we are going to cover N Auto, which is called Enterprise Auto, and then you become Devnet. Once you give both the exam, you guys become Devnet Professional. In this Enterprise Auto module, you are going to learn all the things like about how to configure OSPF, how to configure BGP, even how to do some automation on SD-WAN, what you are asking. Now, your answer like to your question, SD-WAN, all like SD-WAN, how we are going to configure the SD-WAN basic automation and how we can configure this. But you should be very good in SD-WAN, then you are going to understand this SD-WAN thing. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Atul. Thanks for explaining this, helping me to understand.
Yes, any other doubt, guys?
So this course is only CCNA, right?
See, we are giving the combo. Combo means like right now we are giving like this is a bundle pack. Okay, so this is a bundle pack like CCNA plus CCNP Devnet. But many candidates, they want to maybe join just a CCNA Devnet. So we are open to give them CCNA Devnet because they want to try if they are able to learn. Right. But yes, those who are going to join the combo, so maybe some extra benefit or extra discount, you guys can check with the team, they will help you. Okay.
Okay.
Any other question, guys? I hope that's clear from our side what we are covering.
So by doing CCNA Devnet, you know, like I will not able to, even to say I will not be in the position to do any sort of programming in terms of, let's say, I want to you know, run BGP and OSPF between the networks, right? In my network,
kind
can I
of,
do that?
because when you check the exam topics, let me give you overview, because already we have covered this last time, basic overview. So if you check the content, you will come to know exactly what you are going to learn. Okay, so we are going to go ahead with the according to the syllabus only. Okay, so if you check the Devnet exam content, exam topics, you will able to understand what exactly we are going to cover. Okay. Let me show you something. Do you have like Yeah, Nitish, do you have that exam contents?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, can you share your screen?
Yeah, 1 second.
And also
Mm-hmm.
after this course, right,
Mm-hmm.
I want to give this CCNA exam actually. Okay.
Any Devnet?
Yeah, CCNA Devnet. So will you assist us in that as well?
Yeah. See, exam and getting a knowledge is the two different things.
Mhm.
Everyone know how to get the exams, right? So don't you worry about the exams. The exam is not a big deal here. Yeah, so when we talk about, if you compare the topic, okay, like when you check the CCNA DevNet topics and the DevCore, you will come to know DevCore is all about in-depth of the network automation, and DevNet Associate is like understanding and do some basic automation things. But yes, this course is going to be around 35 hours approx. Yes, Nitish?
Yes, Atul.
Yeah. And DevCore is going to be around again for another 40, maybe 35 to 40 hours.
Yeah.
So in that, because in DevNet Associate, if you check, there is a network funda, 15% of the topics are network fundamental. So I'm sure if you are from industry, okay, let me show you my, yeah, I got it now, Nitish. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So now you can see, this is the first section where you understand XML, JSON, and YML, Yang and markup language, JavaScript object notation, okay, XML, extensible markup language. So these are the languages, what is being, so this is a data format, what is being used in two different applications. So if you are sending your data from router to maybe some your script, okay, maybe some from your Python library to some router. So the data is going into these three different formats. Are you getting now?
Yeah. See, I know this format actually. You know, I know
Yeah,
this
maybe
format.
others don't know.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to know like what you are going to, you know, how what is the syllabus of yours? You know, like how you're going to.
We are going to cover the exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
same thing.
Yeah, this
exactly.
is what we are going to cover.
Yeah, that
If
is
you
what
are
we are.
saying- If
So
you see
you want to
here,
say week one, this one, you know, you will teach the first one, and it's like that.
you want breakup of all this?
Yeah, no. So
So we
I-
are going to cover, yeah, let me talk just for 5 minutes. Okay, so we are going to learn the basic of data formats. Okay, very simple. We are going to understand the benefits. We are going to understand all this, like what to do. And you are also going to learn, understand what is Git. Okay. So then like this is a repository, okay, where you can push your data. You can just take the scripts from this Git library. So you will understand basic the software development and design, because you guys are not programmers. So you will understand like just a 2 to 5% of what programmers do.
Yeah.
Are you getting now?
Yeah, it's like best practices what you need to follow.
Yes. And then there is a API. So I told you what is API, like two softwares talk to each other with the API, right? So you are going to learn what is API, and there is a REST API. So what is REST API? Anybody knows?
yeah, representative
Yeah.
structure.
So basically this REST API works on HTTP. Okay, so the REST API is basically like you are going to get the data from HTTP GET POST. There are some HTTP messages. We are going to get the data with HTTP, and those things will, like two applications will talk to each other with the REST API. And with this REST API is quite famous. There are other APIs also, but
It's
this
like
REST
a protocol in our day-to-day, I mean, networking world, like how we use protocol. It's like an automation REST API is a protocol or standard. Standard is the right word to use.
Yeah. So you will understand about the HTTP codes, and this HTTP codes is very good to understand, because if you apply the cloud network engineer jobs also, because everything is moving to cloud, everybody talks about like server application, everything is moving to cloud. So these cloud companies, like if they are hiring any network cloud engineers or like, so they ask for the HTTP codes and all those stuff. right? Right now, if you go to the inspect and if you go to the network part, like there is a network part here. And when I refresh this web page, so what you code here, when you see this right now, what status code you see here on the right side? 200. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a HTTP code. So 200 is when you get the proper, when the server is operational, the website is working, then you get this 200 code. So these type of codes you will understand in this HTTP. I'm sure now you got to know what exactly you are going to learn. Okay, so you will understand about HTTP response code, request code, and then you will understand about these things in more detail, how we are going to have the authentication, what are API keys. You will understand about REST APIs and all. Then once you have basic understanding of API and the software development, then we will, the third section will go to the Cisco platform, where you learn, you will write your first Python script here, maybe some basic stuff. Then you will understand the Cisco product, what is SD-WAN, what is DNA, what is ACI, what are the use of this. Then you will also understand the basic stuff of UCS servers. Then you understand about the call manager, which is being used into the collaboration, like how to configure IP phones and all. But you will get the describe. You can see all the describe versions here. So you will understand all 4 different fields. You will get understanding of enterprise. You will get understanding of your like what we call the collaboration, which is related to IP phones. You will also get understanding of your security platform, like what is Firepower umbrella. So you will get understanding of all Cisco product here, because Cisco wants you to prepare for all the things. And Devnet is making you jack of all, but not in very depth. So this is just an overview of all the things.
So in one word, I mean, in one word, how can I describe this section is like, so in order to automate something, you need to do what are the available options to automate, right? So this section will introduce to what are the all available options you have or explore, you can explore to do, I mean, use the stuff which you have learned in the about 2 sections. So it's like introduction to the portfolio, Cisco portfolio. It's like that.
Okay, so you mean to say how we can configure the phones and all, right?
So, because this Devnet associate is actually giving you theory. So do you know what is umbrella? Yes, anyone, do you know what is Cisco umbrella? Don't say umbrella is to cover you from the rain. Okay, so AMP, anyone? So right, so maybe many of you you are not from security background. Okay, this is why you may don't know. Okay, so then when you are going to learn these things, like what is ICE, Identity Service Engine? Okay, what is WebEx? This is a software which is used by Cisco for like Zoom meetings.
Yeah, just like Zoom meeting.
Yeah, so the UCS is a Cisco servers. Meraki is a SD-WAN solution by Cisco. NSOs, SD-WAN, these all ACI application centric infrastructure. All these are Cisco product. So you will understand all Cisco product here. Okay, you will get an overview of all the Cisco product, what they do. Okay, so once you go this, then you understand how you are going to identify what is Devnet properly. This is where Devnet thing will start. And then you will also understand what is this RESTconf, NetConf. So these are the tools you can say to get your Cisco data in your Linux machine. Suppose if you want to get the routing table, if you learn, if you know, or if you guys have done CCNA, what is the command to check routing table?
Show IP route.
Yeah. So when you learn this network automation, you will understand this NetConf will help Linux machines to get the data from Cisco devices. Right, Nitish, if I'm correct?
Exactly.
I'm beginner in network automation.
So you mean to say I will run a, I will go simply log into Python script and I can pull the data in the Excel sheet.
Correct. So Abhishek, just like to give you an overview how a network automation will help you. See how can you, for example, there is a shortage or there is some issue happening in your network. The first thing what you'll do, you go and take the syslog reports or identify some show tech commands. So in order to do that, you need to go to the device or either go to one establish a putty session to the device, get the details, and then copy like that you need to do, right? But with the use of this one, for I mean for n number of devices you can do, but using this automation for n number of devices, you can do it in a span of like that, like just a click of like Python, the file name, that's it. Everything will be copied to the specified folder where you want it to be. So that's how the automation will help you in a day-to-day activities. I mean, as you told, you are in 16 years experience, right? So that's how you can leverage this. See, all this is manually you have to go and do it, right? Or you have to use a tool. So we here, like, for suppose tomorrow you have an idea, like I can, why it is go, why I have to do this work, I can automate this, right? Then you need to have a core skill of programming, right? So that's what I'm going to prepare you in this course.
Okay. So, so this is not a basically programming, right?
Not
Programming.
programming.
Yeah.
See, the
No.
right word for this one is networking, programming for networking. How can we leverage programming for networking, and what are the available options in the market regarding network? I mean, SDN.
Yeah,
Okay,
hi.
so let me
So
finish this.
programming is something, what I
Abhishek?
should know before going for this course, right?
So let me finish this up. I have to leave now in 5-7 minutes. Yeah. So once you learn this network code, you will also understand how to get. Suppose there is a software Cisco DNA. Okay, like the big all organization uses this DNA center, which is called DNAC also. Suppose you have 1,000 devices. Okay, when you check the DNA, how to get all the network devices in maybe some within a single list. What all devices you have in your company, and you will also able to understand the code of that. Okay, you are going to understand about how to get all the client list, which host is connected to your network with the DNS center and all. So once you learn the basic stuff, then you move to understand the some security and the application deployment, because all the companies are going to deploy their application in the servers. So you will understand about the what are servers, you will understand the difference between private, public and hybrid cloud. Now you will also understand about what is virtual machine, bare metal, and what are containers like Docker. Okay. So once you learn this, you will also understand the components of CI/CD. So this is CI/CD basically. This is used into application to have the security. So in simple word, if you learn AWS or like these program, you will understand this CI/CD is basically this thing. So you can see this code, build, test, release, deploy. So between this, you are going to check how you are going to deploy the security and all. So you will do some basic again Python test. You will understand about Docker images. Okay. You will understand now again how firewall works, how load balance. So this is like helping you to understand network devices, what network technologies Cisco use. Side by side, it is helping you to learn some network automation. Okay, so Cisco has made this course like even a fresher can join this without CCNA. Why? Because when you go through further this, so you can see you will understand network part, network devices, but I do not recommend any fresher to join this. But still, Cisco made this course like any fresher can join, because the 6th module is completely network fundamental. You will understand what is VLAN, IP address, DNS, DHCP, Telnet, NAT, all those stuff. But it's a 15%. Okay, so once you learn the DNA and all, you will also understand some tools which are quite popular in industry: Ansible, Puppet, Chef, and what are the difference between this. And then you understand about the network more, what is Ansible playbook. Okay, so you will understand about some basic scripting. So once you learn the Devnet associate, you will be going to understand some code. So in short, whenever you go and check some code, suppose there is a code here. So when right now, maybe some of you do not understand what Chinese language is this, right? So right now, what you guys can understand, like this code is to get the host IP. So you can see host IP, just this one keyword. So we are retrieving the data of the host. What is the IP of that host? So you will be able to understand after CCNA Devnet, you are able to understand these network codes, because in companies, when you are going to check the, you can see this is another code to get the running config maybe. Okay, so you can see this is the code. And this is in XML format. I told you the first beginning of the class, like there are 3 different formats like XML and all, right? So when we started here, so what type of data we have? We can have data into XML. Cisco uses this. JSON is used by a lot by AWS. Okay, so if you go to AWS platform, all their languages or all their codes are on JSON language. So XML is also quite popular. So I'm sure you got the idea. So then you move to the dev core. So again, you understand now properly backend and what is front end. Then you go understand about the application, how to put the rate limit and all. So then you understand more about Git platform. Okay, how to reset the Git, how to revert the Git and all. Okay, so then you go in the CCNA Devnet, you know, like what is REST API, you know some Git codes, but here you understand how to recover from if you get any error of in the REST API and all. Okay, then you go to like how to authenticate the devices. So this is, if you check the content, this is similar to CCNA Devnet, but now you are going to do a lot of construction. What is construct? Like this is all configuration.
Exactly.
Are you getting?
Yeah,
So if you check Devnet, you will not see too much construct here. Construct means configuration of like Python codes.
Yeah.
So you see here, you some code you see here, then you see here, then you see, and but if you check the dev core, you see all the way construct. You understand what's the difference?
Yes.
Okay, so this is again, you understand about Docker and all. So this is all your dev core. But even I do not say like dev core is giving you the proper knowledge. Okay, it is also helping you to understand Devnet in more detail. But if you go to the concentration exam, these are actually in proper detail. So if you go to NAuto, then you understand the network automation part, and now you are going to configure your all the devices properly. So you can see you run the Python scripts in the network devices. This is all you can see how to code the DNS center, how to write the codes for DNA, how to write the construct APIs for SD-WAN. This is the module where you will, what you were asking, the SD-WAN automation you will learn here. But yes, you should be very good in SD-WAN. Okay, so this is the content of our Devnet. And so these all 3 modules we are covering: enterprise, the Devnet associate, the Devnet professional. Okay. Yeah, so just hold on guys, let me stop the live stream.
Atul, I want to ask something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atul, so I just have knowledge about telnet and switching routing. So can I join this course or no?
Routing switching means you know some basic part of see, I'm
yeah,
not
actually I worked on
just
XYZ.
please answer, because you are going to handle these candidates and it's your responsibility.
Yeah. Can you please repeat? Can I know who it is? Who has the question?
Yeah, Ajay this side.
Okay, Ajay. Yeah, Ajay.
Yeah. So I don't have much knowledge about CCNA.
Okay.
Don't have much, but basic knowledge. I worked on some, because you know I just joined a company last 6 months ago. So there is some basic things as
See,
a
one
network
question.
engineer.
I'll ask you one question.
What?
Do you know what are the show commands? I mean, how the routing protocol works?
Yeah, I know IP
You know,
config.
right? That's more than enough. See, you need to have an idea of what is a routing protocol. So, see, in a session, I shouldn't be like, I should be explaining you about a routing protocol, right? So what you need to know what routing protocol does. If you have that idea, that is more than enough for this course.
I know EIG, RPF, OSPF. Yeah,
that's more than enough. I mean, you need to have an idea what it is. It's not like you need to know in depth, like what are the packets, how it goes, what are the IP addresses. It's not for the, this is not that. So if you know what EIGRP does, EIGRP helps to have a network of, I mean, fast convergence or help in loop-free convergence in routing. So that's what is required for this. It's not like you need to know in depth EIGRP, you need to be CCIE in a routing and then you have to come. It's not like that. So even a guy who is like completely in programming, have a familiar amount of knowledge on networking can join this.
Yeah, Atul just shows that code. I understand that code about the Python append command and import
Yeah.
commands.
So that's more than enough. You are more than happy. I mean, it will be, you will enjoy this course for sure then.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, still any other questions? Actually, I thought to cover the first topic of XML JSON, but that would be coming in next week. So next week we are going live on, I mean, the first session will start on February 5th. So the timings will be communicated to you by the networkings. So please contact them regarding the timing. So they will decide the timings. So yeah, February 5th will be the first session. So the first topic of, actually I have prepared the PPT also. Let me share and the screen and show you what I have prepared for you. So yeah, so this is the data formats, how the everything works. So why? So the JSON looks like this: XML, YAML. So all these things will go everything in detail, demystifying the XML, what is XML, everything. So then after XML, breakdown of JSON, how JSON is indented, then we'll go and see YAML. So this is the first topic of Devnet. So which is like already you have seen, Atul Sharma has showed it, right? The first topic. So we are going to cover that. This is the first thing in our. So yeah. So I think 7 to 8 is the session. If you have any doubts, yeah, you can you are more than happy to unmute yourself
Yeah.
and please ask.
Yeah, Nitish, is it in both language, Hindi and English?
So basically, I prefer it's like both. I can surely take up in both, but morely in English only.
Okay, no problem.
Most of the course will be English only.
We will getting any study material for this
I
course?
will provide you everything. I mean, all the slides, and then
Okay.
I will provide you the class. I mean, in the notes, if there is any notes which I have written, I will provide that, and I will provide you with the certification guide, Devnet Associate certification guide, and whatever the course you are going through that time, the certification guide regarding that I will provide you.
So you are CCNP certified? CCNP Devnet certified?
Yeah. And then from May 22nd, expert is going to come. If I'm not wrong. Devnet expert 20. It's not yet live. I think from May 22nd, Devnet expert is going to be live. Yeah, May 2nd, not 22nd. So if you can complete, then you will be the first few candidates to hold the CCNP Devnet, Devnet expert. So it's not yet open. So before May 22nd, if you can grab the concepts of CCNA Devnet and CCNP Devnet, then it would be like the first few guys to hold that Devnet expert. Like that would be an achievement, right? So yeah. Still any questions?
This paper is a part of this DevCore.
Which paper?
This one, Devnet Expert.
Yeah, see, this is nothing different from the normal courses. CCNA, how you go with normal networking? CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, right? The same way, Devnet Associate, Devnet Professional, Devnet Expert.
Okay.
It's the same track. The way people look at the things is same. It's like the name itself is changing. Devnet. How you have recognition for the other Devnet, I mean networking certifications, it will be same for this. The first will be Devnet Associate 200-901 is the code. Then DevCore. Then one concentration exam you need to take for the professional, not to be professional. And then once after that is done, I mean after May 2nd, 2022, you can come here. See, in order to take the Devnet expert exam, you need to pass this thing, DevCore. You need to hold DevCore. Otherwise you cannot. So then Devnet expert, it's like a 8-hour lab, just like our CCIE. So you will be testing everything here. So all these exams are like multiple choice questions. Like if I'm not wrong, 105, but this number can change from time to time because Cisco can increase or decrease. So sometimes it would be 95, sometimes it would be 105, and time would be 120 minutes, 2 hours. So this is regarding the thing. I think you can get the coupons also. So that part I'm not sure, but I take from the company. So company will offer me for free. So I never booked an exam with my own price amount. So I don't know how the coupon works in outside world, but definitely networking team will help you with. I don't know how, but I think they will help. They will help you with. They are the expert in this thing. Like they have been handling all these cases since long. So they will be helping you with the coupons and all. So they know how exactly the coupons work and from where they can get everything. So the team will help you with.